The smartest scientists here on Earth call the multiverse completely fake science. They called it a lazy excuse for things we just couldn't explain. But right now, our math is breaking down. The standard laws of physics are failing us, and top physicists are starting to admit a terrifying truth. Our universe is way too perfect to be an accident. What if everything you know is just one tiny bubble in an endless, boiling ocean of realities? I am not saying the multiverse is 100% real, but today we are looking at the actual probability. Before we can talk about multiple universes, we have to define what a universe actually is. Originally, the word meant everything that exists. If it is out there, it is in the universe. But science has updated that definition. Today, when we say universe, we mean this specific connected bubble of space and time that started with our Big Bang. We have an observable universe. This is the bubble of space we can actually see. Light has a speed limit. It has only had 13.8 billion years to reach our telescopes. The absolute edge of what we can see is called the particle horizon. But what happens if you teleport exactly 1 inch past that edge? You would probably just see more stars, more black holes, and more galaxies. It is just space where the light hasn't reached us yet. Some scientists call this the quilt multiverse. It is an endless sheet of fabric, and we can only see our one little square. Do you think space goes on forever, or is there a solid brick wall at the end of the universe? So, space might be infinite, but do the rules of physics ever change? Enter the eternal inflation theory. Imagine space is expanding incredibly fast, forever. This expansion isn't smooth or even everywhere. Some regions expand super fast, while others slow down. But randomly, little pockets of space slow down and cool off. When they cool, they form bubbles. Our universe is one of those bubbles. Inside each bubble, expansion slows enough for matter, stars, and galaxies to form. Basically, a universe like ours. But outside these bubbles, space is still inflating faster and faster, creating more and more bubbles over time. This process never stops. That's why it's called eternal inflation. And here's the key idea. Each bubble can form under slightly different conditions. That means the laws of physics inside them could be different. Different forces, different particles, maybe even different dimensions. Some bubbles might collapse instantly. Some might never form stars. And a few, like ours, might be just right for life. There are even wilder theories, like cosmological natural selection. This theory suggests that every time a black hole forms, it crushes matter down so densely that it blows out the other side and births a brand new universe. You might be thinking, why would other universes have different physics? It comes down to tiny, invisible energy fields. Take the Higgs field, for example. It is an invisible energy grid that gives everything mass. If you tweak the dial on the Higgs field even slightly, atoms rip apart. Our universe would be a dead, dark wasteland. Then we have string theory. String theory tries to explain the universe using microscopic vibrating strings. But here's the problem. The math of string theory allows for an insane number of possible universes. How many? 10 to the power of 500. That is a 1 with 500 zeros behind it. It is a number bigger than all the atoms in our universe. Each of those combinations creates a universe with different rules. So, out of all those dead, empty realities, why are we in the perfect one? This brings us to the anthropic principle. Why is our universe so perfectly fine-tuned for life? The answer is simple, because if it wasn't, we wouldn't be here to complain about it. We only exist because we won the cosmic lottery. But many scientists hate this idea. They say the multiverse is terrible science. It is because of Occam's razor. This is a famous rule in science that says the simplest answer is usually the correct one. Inventing an infinite number of invisible universes just to explain our one universe is the exact opposite of simple. Worse yet, it is unfalsifiable. We cannot travel outside our universe. We cannot measure a different universe. And in science, if you cannot test it, measure it, or prove it wrong, it is not physics. It is just philosophy. It is a dead end. If you are still watching, your attention span is in the top 1% of the internet. Hit that like button to prove you made it this far. So, is the multiverse real? Science is built on asking questions, but what happens when the answer to the ultimate question is hidden behind a wall we can never, ever cross? Maybe the multiverse is a lazy excuse. Or maybe human ego simply refuses to accept how incredibly small we really are. One thing is certain: the universe is much weirder than we can possibly imagine.